Well, hey gang, how you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report. And this is not coming from La Paz. Jill and I are still hunkered down at our place here in the States. I do have my fishing gator to use as my my mask. Hope you're doing the same wherever you are. But thanks for checking in. Hope you're taking care of each other, and also hope you had a really good Easter, all things considered. Real quickly, let me tell you about fishing. It's non-existent for the most part down there. Everything's shut down. Technically, everything is shut down officially until April 30th. The Mexican government seems to think that everything's going to be fine after the 30th. I think you and I know a little bit better than that. In fact, Mexico is doubling in its incidence of the coronavirus every single week. It is now the number one place for the infection per capita, even higher than Mexico City. Mexico City's number 2, Baja California's number 1. Everybody's shutting down. A lot of the little pueblitos, the little villages, the rural areas are putting up roadblocks preventing people from coming in or leaving their particular areas. Loreto's done that, Todos Santos, the road to Las Arenas, Muertos Bay, Cerralvo Island has done the same thing, San Javier. Many of these little places have all put up roadblocks, and they're saying, listen, we love you, we love tourism, just not right now. Please don't take it personally. That's not a time for vacation. We're trying to protect our communities, so we're not letting you in, and if you leave, we may not let you back in either. So everything's shutting down. Everybody's hunkered down. Everybody's doing their best, although there's still people that are ignoring the prohibitions. During the holiday week of Holy Week prior to Easter, it's traditionally a time when a lot of people head to the beaches, a lot of people visit families and everything. Well, this year, the beaches were certainly a lot less packed, but that being said, the police and the military were still out there trying to chase people off the beaches who were ignoring the prohibitions. So that's what's going on. Hotels are still closed. In fact, for those of you who are calling me, emailing me, asking about your reservations or trying to make changes, I can't get through to anybody right now. There's nobody in the offices, so I've got you on hold. They've got me on hold. Hopefully things will turn around real quickly. In terms of fishing, what I can tell you is that I know yellowtail are biting. I know there's some Dorado around. I know there's Pargo Cabria. There's inshore stuff like Bonita and Sierra biting. And the only reason I know about that is, thankfully, I've got folks and friends who live out there, have houses out there, and they're still able to get some fishing in. Or some of the captains are great. I'm grateful to them for sending me some photos and letting me know that they're out there fishing. Not necessarily with clients, they're out there just basically trying to feed their families because there are no other food sources. So thankfully to them, I know that there's some schools of Dorado that are starting to show up, some larger schools, because things are starting to warm up, waters are warming up, air temperatures are in the mid-80s now, so the Dorado schools are starting to move in. I know there's some tuna bites out there. Some of the commercial guys are saying they're seeing tuna. There were a couple of hookups by the commercial guys, but they were not able to boat some of these larger, what they tell me, 70, 80, 100-pound fish. And the Pargo Liso, especially on the east side of Cerralvo Island and some of the shallow areas, this is the time of year when they come into spawn, so some of these big Pargo Liso are starting to show up. And as well, we know that there's still some yellowtail around, some real horse-sized yellowtail. I mean, 30, 40-pound fish are hitting in the shallows. There's a lot of bait around, so they're eating the ballyhoo, they're eating sardines, they're eating mackerel. Of course, now that nobody's there, we've got all the bait that we could possibly want. And they're also hitting jigs on the surface as well as yo-yo irons. So there's some big yellowtail around, and there are all these other species as well. Just the problem is, nobody's there fishing. Even if the places were open, there aren't any flights to take down. So in the meantime, we're all just on hold, just like you are. We're hunkered down at our house here in the U.S., doing our best to cope, and we're not. It's not that we're not busy. We're answering phones and emails from everyone who's asking us how things are going. Thankfully, and very appreciatively, we appreciate all the phone calls of people checking on us. Our restaurant is closed, but we're still dealing with a lot of things going on down there, dealing with a lot of folks that have reservations later in the year and are wondering about their trips, of course, naturally, and just keeping in touch with everyone. So we're staying in place. Hope you're doing the same. You guys take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay healthy. We'll get through this together, okay? God bless. Thanks for checking in. This is the Mexican Minute, and Jonathan talking to you, and we'll check with you real soon.